Law of life, law of attention, law of belief, law of assumption, law of purpose, law of intention, law of focus. So whatever a man thinks in his heart, so is he. That's how it goes. That's it. What you thinking about you? What do you think about you? Because that's all that matters. What do you think about you? And a lot of what how you thought about you or how you think about you was given to you by your environment, the people that were raising you or encouraging you or instructing you or educating you. Happy Thursday, thankful Thursday. The law of life is the law of belief. So whatever you believe to be true will be true for you. So you believe to be true about life. What are you accepting? What are you talking about? What are you giving your attention to? That's what you're creating. And you get to decide whatever that is. You get to decide what type of life you want to have. Hello, everyone. Great morning, good morning, grand rising, great day. Whatever your salutation is for this morning, I salute you. Welcome to the gods, the goddesses, the creators, the deliberate creators, the deliberate manifestors, because we're always manifesting. Always. Our thoughts are literally things. It's our attention to life. It's what we are giving our attention to expands in our world. So what are you giving your... Hey, Belinda. I am awesome. I am wonderful. How about yourself? How are you? You get to decide. You get to decide. You get to choose now. You no longer have to strain, struggle, strive through life anymore. You get to have an easy life. And I know people, that's difficult for people to understand, to grasp. Because we're still under that mindset that no matter what we know about ourselves. Hey, neighbor, thank you. Woo. Yeah, well, you got to look at politics and see if that is all entertainment. And no matter what's going on with the government, it's for all of your benefit, that everything, you're prospering, you're thriving. It's interesting. Someone came across my FYP last night as I was strolling through TikTok, and they were talking about, the tariffs that our president, has decided to do with Canada and Mexico. And they came from a great perspective. Like, there are going to be those who flourish in that, and those who operate, well, she didn't say fear, I'm saying that, but those who operate in fear. She said, her words were, there are going to be winners and losers. There are going to be those who make a whole lot of money. Then there's going to be people that's not. You have to decide. She said, which one are you going to be? Because she really came from an objective point of view without judging it, just giving you the facts. But we know the facts are only your assumptions that you continue to persist in will be your reality. So see it as a good thing. Here's the thing. See, I like how she said, with the tariffs being the 25% or whatever, I think that's what Canada is doing. We don't know what Mexico is going to do yet. By it being that much, it's going to cause, or it should cause, our American manufacturers to now create. And that's going to bring more jobs and more money for America. But people not looking at it that way. Some people looking at it from it. And I like that perspective. I was like, oh, That's a good thing. And and she was like the first person that came across my FYP that was really, because I'm not into politics, so I don't get a lot of feed of that. I don't listen to a lot of, what's going on in the world of Caesar. But she came across, I was like, oh, this is what they talking about. And I like this perspective. I like the rainbow in the sky, you can flourish in this reality perspective. I like that perspective. Her presentation, her TikTok post wasn't about fear. It was about, you get to decide how you're going to perceive this reality. Of course, that's me summing up her post, because she didn't use those words. That's my words. Hello, 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 everyone. Yes, yes, yes. Happy to see you here too as well. Yes, it's entertainment. That's exactly what I say. All right. Yeah, they're getting rid of income tax. I've never paid income tax anyway, but I'll be good. It'll be good. Oh, so you never had a job, or you have a business that you were able to claim? Because I paid income tax. I made money, and I had to pay income tax. That's why Internal Revenue Service, they tell you how much your income tax should have been, and then they say, oh, you paid us, but you paid more than we wanted to give. It's generally the middle class who pays income tax. The very wealthy have figured out how to pay income tax, and the quote unquote poor don't pay income tax. They don't take income tax from those. They continue to be put in a certain tax bracket. Those in a certain tax bracket don't pay taxes either. It's what we deem the middle class. That's where you get the income tax. Those are those who pay taxes, as well as those who they tax everything else. So we got sales tax. We always taxed. We tax in some kind of way. So even if you're not paying an income tax, you're still paying a tax, because there's a sales tax on goods and services. So, but the rich have figured out how, the very wealthy have figured out how not to pay income tax, and those we deem as a society as the poor, they don't pay income tax either. I love that perspective. There will be folks who thrive in any situation. That's it. Yep, that's it. Thank you. Hello, Silver Wheel. Welcome. All right, Aaron. All right. I've been seeing you, Aaron. You just living your best life. I was like, look at Aaron. I've been checking out your videos. Woo. Hey, discovering joy. Say most of my adult life in school and sober living. Now staying. Okay, nice. I worked in a traditional job for 1 to 2 months total. Oh, okay, got you. It's joining the ranks of the rich in my own way. It's okay. I know that's right. I know that's right. I know that's right. But yes. Are you still here, Aaron, in Bangkok? Over there in Thailand, enjoying your best life. What was the name of that was he on some type of scooter or something? And then when I started watching Aaron, hey, Pastor Jesse, I started watching Aaron. I get all kind of videos about people who are either living or visiting Thailand now. I'm like, man, I'm getting how to shop in Thailand, how to cook in Thailand, how to date in Thailand. I'm like, I watched 1 or 2 videos on Thailand, and now I'm getting all these Thailand videos. Who told you I cared about how much they pay for food in Thailand? I'm not looking to date. I'm married. That's why you giving, I'm like, TikTok is funny. You watch 1 or 2 videos about the thing, and then they just start flooding your FYP with that topic. Hey, Lisa. Oh, it's interesting. It's funny. So, oh, I want to move there so bad. I want to live in luxury for 1,000. I know, right? I actually saw another video when they were talking about that most people there are on visas that to get the to become a citizen or someone that lives there, it takes a lot more, I guess, paperwork than people are really telling you. But those who are staying there like over a year or so, I think they have to be on some type of student visa or something, but I don't know. I'm just going by what somebody else said because I have absolutely no idea. But they were saying that the 1 or 2 months, I guess you don't need a visa if you're there for like 1 or 2 months. Anything after that, then you have to apply for extensions and different other type of visas. But I'm sure you'll look into it, Belinda, to find out what's the requirements to, make Thailand your new residency. But that should be cool. That should be cool. I want to visit. Don't want to live there, but I do definitely, that is on my bucket list to visit. One of the many, many places I want to visit. And maybe we'll make it happen because I already got 3 trips planned this year. So I was like, okay, we'll look into Thailand next year or maybe Japan. We'll see. I don't know if it's Japan or Thailand. We also want to go to Egypt and Greece. So we'll see. Maybe we'll do 2 next year. We'll see. We'll see. However it all plays out. So I'm moving out the country. Hello, Discovering Joy. It's already done and I'm grateful. Me and my daughter, and it gets to be easy. Yes, love that, love that, love that. Yes, you got to speak your life the way you got to see your life as you desire for it to be. And it's okay to plan for 5 years, for 10 years, for 15 years. If you're expecting to have a long life, an abundant life, you can plan for 5 years, 10 years. You might have planned for 5 and it happened in 2. You might have planned for 10 and it happened in 3. You might have planned for 15 and it happens in 6 months. Hey, but it's okay to say what you want your life to be. Hello, April. Good morning. Because you can't do everything in one day. I mean, I guess in your mind you can't because nothing's impossible to the imagination. But because you're in this physical body, and you want the physical you to experience it, not just the mind, right? Because you want the mind to take you there and you want your body to go. So, And I discovered most people forget we came here to experience being physical. That's why we're here. If we didn't want to be physical, we could have remained spirit. Thank you. May God bless you and your family as well, Michael. Welcome, welcome. Hello, that girl. Ooh. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. You have a success story. All right. We love success stories. Yo, yo, yo. Sup, God? Yo, yo, yo. How you be? We get to imagine what life is. And so that's what do you want your life to look like? How do you see your life? People plan lineages and legacies, right? They plan out what the next 2, 3, 4 generations are going to do, right? We get so caught up on being spiritual, we forget that we're here for the human experience. Good to see you too. Oh, good for you to be here. I know I don't see you, but I see your words. I see your thoughts. Because you're sharing them with me. Don't forget, we came here to be physical. We came here to experience this thing we call human. Don't forget that. You came here to experience, sadness and happiness and love and peace and joy and frustration, and you came to experience those emotions. The thing is, you were never supposed to allow the emotions to rule. Don't allow the emotions to rule. There's a time to grieve. There's a time to mourn, right? There's a time for sadness. There's a time for all things, right? But in all things, you're to give thanks. You're not to let those things overtake you. And people allow situations and circumstances to overtake them. Because you have to understand that there is no failure. There's only experience, right? So things didn't go quite the way you thought they would. Okay. You got an experience, right? You got an experience. Like I was watching, I don't know if Aaron's still on here. Maybe he just popped in and popped out. But I was watching his video when he was talking about he went to Thailand. He was on the way to Thailand and he had a layover in Dubai and how he missed his flight. But it ended up being a wonderful experience. He got to experience Dubai for a day. The airline took great care of him. They fed him. They put him, I think they put him in a hotel. Well, I may have some of the story wrong, but everything worked out for him because he didn't look at missing the flight as something to be like in despair of, or to be like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I missed my flight. No, he took full advantage of that experience and got to see Dubai for a day. So isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? That's how we have to look at life. Like, there's a reason why things happen. And if you can allow yourself to know the reason, that, right, there are no mistakes, no accidents. So if you quote unquote miss the deadline, miss the whatever, you happen to miss it, there's a reason for it. And it's all about your perspective. It's about your perspective. So that girl, are you going to share your success story, or you want to come up and tell it? The law of life. There is only life, right? There is only life. There is only life. And I know from our human perspective, we were told, sometimes you have to really think about and ponder some of the things that we come to believe, like some things that we talk about isn't in alignment what we now accept, right? So I was pondering that when we're talking about there's only life, and then we get into, the ancestor talk, right? If there's only life, then there will be no such thing as ancestors, right? That means that they're still alive, that they haven't passed on, they've transitioned. They may have entered into other portals, other dimensions, but there is no past life. There's only one life. That is infinite, eternal, and continues on and on and on. And so, yes, their experience here in the physical in this dimension has passed on. But we say that, many of us can communicate with those who have transitioned out of the physical in this time space continuum, right? Because since there is no time really, and there's only the eternal now, it's just about where you're focused. And since they're not focused in this year we call 2025, and knowing that we can communicate with them if we so allow ourselves to be in that space, right? To decide to get quiet and connect with the greater part of us, right? And knowing that they are us. They're not separate from us. We still try to view life as separate as opposed to seeing the unifying spirit. So when you talk about angels and quote unquote demons, and you talk about ancestors or guides, or It's like you're saying something is separate from you. There is nothing separate from you. There is nothing greater than you. There is nothing less than you. It's everything is you. Everything. Everything is God. Everything is consciousness. Everything is, and it's all about being aware. That's really all it comes down to. What are you aware of? Yes, hey Chrissy T, God within me always opens doors when needed. I am a student in my dream. Oh, absolutely. 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 Yes, you are. You are. Absolutely. You are absolutely a student at your dream university. Now all you do have to do is remain faithful to that. You ain't got to try to figure it out. You just drop that seed in your consciousness and you let the greater part of you go to work on your behalf. And then you'll see everything just happen as it's supposed to. You will see things take place, take form, take shape, as long as you stay in that state of acceptance, that state of knowing. Keep your focus on the prize, on the end goal. You really don't have to worry about it. You don't have to fret. You don't have to do anything but just be. Be still and know. And that's the part that we have to learn how to manage. That's the part of us that we have to regulate. Y'all want to regulate something? Regulate those thoughts. That's what y'all need to learn how to regulate. You want to regulate something? Regulate your thoughts. I know everybody want to tell you to regulate everything but how you think. But it's as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. You are transformed by renewing your mind. The power is in the tongue. So yesterday, unexpectedly, my daughter took me grocery shopping today. I had a credit. Oh, yes, April. Wow. Oh, that is amazing. Wow. Hey, real estate Nick. Oh, nice. You're traveling. All right. Wonderful traveling. Thank you, Butterfly. That's what we have to choose to do. Choose to learn how to focus those thoughts. Think you need to, like, I mean, me telling me you need to, you don't have to do anything. I'm suggesting, right? Because it's your reality. You get to do whatever you want to do. But if you want to change your things that you're experiencing, this is a recommendation. Philippians 4:8. You want to know what to think? That's what you should be thinking. Whatever things are lovely, whatever things are noble, honest, just, virtuous, of good report, praise. That's what your thoughts should be. How wonderful life is, how amazing life is, how everything is working out for you, that it doesn't matter what happens, that everything is working out for your benefit, that life is amazing, life is joyous, life is beautiful, life is wonderful, right? And you notice when the quote unquote unexpected happen, because there are things that happen that you just didn't expect, you didn't anticipate, right? Like you may miss a flight, you may miss a deadline, right? You miss, but there was no missing. There was only things are happening for you to be in a certain place at a certain time for it to have a specified experience. And it's all about how are you perceiving it. It's your reactions to life. That's what you want to pay attention to. How are you reacting to life? Is every time something doesn't go your way, you all panicky and you all getting mad and angry and like every time something doesn't go your way, you just complain, right? Or do you realize and have, control, right? That's the fruit of the spirit, temperance, self-control. Do you have self-control? Can you not allow everything that doesn't go your way to knock you off and have you, in an uproar? Okay, yes, it will be on YouTube, most definitely. Yes. Enjoy. Enjoy. This is about self-awareness and what are you aware of? Oh, you're welcome. You're most certainly welcome. What are you giving your attention to? How are you perceiving your reality? But hey, butterfly, but why would you be fearful of something that you're certain of? Butterfly. So you don't trust that things just work out for you. Is that what you're saying? So what's fighting? Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, I am loved beyond. Okay, so that's what I was telling you about Philippians 4:8. That you have to renew your mind, which means you have to decide new thoughts. And you most certainly get to decide what thoughts you are going to think. This is a practice though. And you have to decide to do this. Just like you decide to be fearful, you can decide to be trusted. Hey, El Glaze, welcome. How are you? Hey, Alicia, welcome, welcome. So when you think about it, they really do work out for me. So then why you don't have faith in that? How come your faith isn't increasing? Why isn't your faith increasing? Hey, hello, Jay Lee, welcome, welcome. How are you? Because if you see that everything works out and there was really nothing to be concerned about, the fear wasn't real, then that's how you should be talking to yourself. You should be thinking about, well, last time I was, a little apprehensive, I was anxious and everything actually worked out for me. So why am I tripping? You got to talk to yourself. Do you talk to yourself? Absolutely. It's a good day, Bright Star. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You got to talk to yourself more and more and more and more. Like, remind yourself that life has really been good. Things have really been working out for you. Is that D4 Annie? Sometimes I think about quitting what I love most, which is no failure. There is no failure. There is absolutely no failure. But how would you know unless you tried it? How would you know why would you stop doing something you love? Why would you give up something that brings you joy? So you say MMA, are you a fighter? Is that what you're saying? Is that what MMA is? Is that some type of fighter? MMA? Is that what that is? Hey, Elizabeth. Not long. I think about 30 minutes maybe I've been on here. Not long. So I do talk to myself, but it's not always a good conversation. Well, now it's time to start having a great conversation. Say over here trying to keep up with the Joneses. I heard that. Let's get it. Let's get it, Elizabeth. Let's get it. Okay. So you are MMA, the fight. Okay. Nope, you're already successful. You're already successful. Now you have to say, what does that look like? Being successful, right? Like, I'm not really familiar with MMA. So but you know what that success looks like, right? You know that you are you have won many tournaments, right? Because you have tournaments, right? In MMA, is that what it is? You have tournaments and things like that, almost kind of like boxing. Is that what it is? I think it's like a setup like boxing. So I'm trying to make it to the UFC, and I feel like, man, I don't know if I can do it, and I'm trying to make my faith stronger with God, but I don't. Okay, here's the thing. Are you already doing it? You're already doing it, right? So you're already successful. You have to see that you're already doing it and seeing that's a success in and of itself. You know how many people say they're going to do something, and they never do it? But here you are doing the thing that you love. You're already doing it. So you're already successful. Because you're doing more what most people won't do, which is actually do the thing they say they want to do. You're actually doing it. And continue to know that you will be led and directed to the right path that is going to allow you to flourish even more in your decision. But don't give up. Keep doing it. Keep enjoying it. Remain faithful to it. Do it for the love of it. And then you'll see, man, things will just open up for you when you do it for the love of it. You said health and world events. Well, yeah, that's now you got to refocus that mind, butterfly, because the world and health is a result of your mind. So once you start surrendering your thoughts to what you want to think about and not what you don't, you'll see life really take shape and form. You'll see that you're less anxious and less fearful when you truly go within and you just love. You got to talk lovingly to yourself. All of us do. We all have to choose to talk in a way to ourselves that's pleasing, that's acceptable, that's kind, that's full of love and joy and peace. We have to choose to talk that way to ourselves. Hey, Beachy Love, can a person be manifesting you? What do you mean, can a person? There is nothing outside of you. There is only you. What do you mean, can a person be manifesting you? Say, how do you know your faith is strong with Jesus? Well, you have to recognize that you are. That you and the Father are one. You and your God are one. There is no separation, right? Even Jesus said in the scriptures that I and my Father are one, and I do nothing of my own volition, right? He said, I of myself can do nothing. The Father within me, he does the works. And Paul reminds us it is God that works both in you to will and to do according to his good pleasure. And there's the Father's good pleasure to give you your desires. Because we're told in Mark 11:24, therefore I say to you, what things soever you desire when you pray, believe you have received it and you shall have it. You got to stop thinking that God is separate from you. God is you. You and God are one. You're not separate from God. Thank you, butterfly. Yes, daily, all day long, L Glaze, right? All day long. You gotta talk lovingly to yourself. It shouldn't be a moment go by when you thinking about yourself that you're not loving on you and reminding you of how absolutely amazing that you are. That you are what? Fearfully, which is honorably, reverently made, fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, and that my soul knows quite well. You got to know that you are made in an image and likeness of all there is, and you were given dominion and power over your world, not over other people. You're not to have dominion over other people. You're to have dominion over your world, over your earth, which is your body, your world. That's what you were given dominion and power over. Over you, over your personal individualized experience. And in your individualized experience, you can command the government to operate on your behalf. You can command your atmosphere. You can command the sun to shine, the rain to fall. Like, that's just how powerful we are. We can command the elements. We could command life to show up just as we imagine for it to be. And here's the kicker. You don't make any of these things happen. You just speak it and then it happens. You just speak it. You imitate God, like Paul reminds us as dear children. And imitating God is what? Speaking those things that be not as though they were. That says, let there be, and it was. Say, when I don't talk or meditate daily, my emotions are everywhere controlling me. Yeah, this is a daily practice. This is a daily practice. And some of us don't practice it daily, which is why we get down on ourselves, which is why we, lose hope, lose faith, because we forget to spend time with ourselves. What does Psalm 1 tells you? For his delight is in the law of the Lord, and upon this law does he meditate day and night. This has to be a daily meditation, that I am love, I am joy, I am peace, I am truth, I am the way, I am the life, I am compassionate, that I do have all 9 fruits of the Spirit, that I understand love, that I am love. You don't have to beg anyone for anything. That's not prayer. We don't over here, we don't beg for God to do something. We recognize, we speak as God. We don't beg for anything. Not over here, not on this platform, not in this room, not on this chat. We're not begging and pleading for anything. We're recognizing that the works are finished and all we have to do is speak it and it shall be, and remain faithful to it. You definitely deserve it all because you asked for it. Scripture says, the moment you asked, I answered. While you were yet speaking, I did appear. The moment you asked, it was given, because Scripture says, to them that ask shall receive, and those who seek shall find, and those who knock, the door shall be opened. The answer is always yes. Always. Absolutely. Absolutely. Is that Romeo's more? Yep. Hello. You don't have to beg and plead for anything. Absolutely. The universal answer is always yes. Hello, Charity. No, we're not begging and pleading and asking for something outside of us to give us anything. God has richly given us all things to enjoy. That's what Dr. Joseph Murphy would say. He would say, God who gives you richly all things to enjoy. So how could you ever be poor? Or why would you ever be poor is how he would put it. Why would you be poor when God has richly given you all things to enjoy? For God who gives you all things, what? He has given you all things pertaining to life and godliness. The only thing that takes things away from you is you. It's your doubt. It's your negativity. That's your Satan. That's your Satan. Your Satan is your doubt, your fear, your negative and limiting beliefs. That's the God of this world. The God of this world is Satan. He's the accuser, the adversary. Who accuses the brethren? Your own thoughts. Your own thoughts accuse you. Your own thoughts. That's what's keeping you from your desire, are your thoughts. The Bible is a personification of the mind. The Bible is psychological truth. It's telling you that the world is mental. It's reminding you that the world is mental. All cause is mental. Yep, if you say you're broke, bitch. And the universe says, yes, you are. Here's more evidence for you to claim it. That part. So what should you be saying? That you have an abundance of all things good. How hard I try. I always feel like it. Okay, so it's not about how hard you try. This is what we have to remember. It's not about putting more effort. It's about remaining faithful to your desire. It's about how you think, not about what you do. So if you think that you're doing is making something happen, it isn't. It's your belief in yourself. So now we're going to practice believing in ourselves, knowing that you have the skills. You already have the skills to be the best MMA fighter there is. You already have the skill set. I don't know how long you've been doing it. For however long you've been doing it, you've been great at it, right? And you're going, and the more you do it, the better you get at it. You keep honing those skills because you love it, you enjoy it, and you know the more you do it, the better you get at it. So it's not about the skill set because you already got that. You already got the skill set. It's about the mindset now. It's about your mind. Now you have to start giving thanks for the many opportunities that you have to display your skill set. And that's every time you do a tournament or every time you sign up for a fight. That's your opportunity to display your God-given skill set to the world, to who's ever there watching you, cheering you on. And you know that the very presence that gave you this gift knows how to complete it until the day of Jesus Christ, which means until the day of your expression of it. That's all the day of Jesus Christ. When the Christ return is Christ awakening within you. Christ expressing life as you. That's all that means. I'm so abundant in all ways. Always. Say that again. I'm so abundant in all ways. Always. Every day is a great day to express the abundance of love that is in you. Because here's the thing we have to recognize. In order to experience God, we have to be God. And what is being God? Paul reminds us what being God is. It's operating in the spirit of power, love, and peace. He calls it a sound mind. That's being God. So are you being loving? Are you moving in power? And are you operating in peace? That's being God. In every opportunity in your world. And so God isn't down on himself. God doesn't need to do inner work, shadow work, healing work. God just says, awaken to the truth, accept who you are, and move towards me, and I'll move towards you, right? Draw nigh unto God, and he will draw nigh unto you. Recognize the power that's within you, and the power will prove it to you. And the only requirement you are to do is to speak it. All you're just required to speak it. Whether you speak it inwardly or outwardly, you're just to claim it. That's all you're required to do is claim it. Give your attention to what you want and allow it to manifest, because it will. Yes, I am to be happy. Say I get free stuff, discounts, I find stuff. So much magic happens when you just let go and live. Woo! Let go and live. course, I'm constantly claiming and speaking what I'm supposed. Right. Hey, CC. Lately, I had a big remembering where it all made sense and clicked, but have been really tired since. Why have you been tired? Yep, you certainly will. D4, you most certainly will. Because here's the thing, you already are. You just have to recognize it. So you was gone for a second. That's all. Right. But we are consciousness. I mean, when you say a person, that's the personality. I don't want to get into the separation of it. And the thing is, the whole, can a person manifest you? There is only you. There is no one has power outside of you other than you give it them. Unless you give the power to someone else. So I don't know. I don't understand the question of someone manifesting you. Thoughts are made visible. That's what manifestation is. That's it. And so everyone is always manifesting all the time, all day long. It's constantly going, is always happening. Is never a time is not happening. But you must understand, there is no one outside of you. You are actually the only one who exists in your world. Everyone else is just a figment of your imagination. So it can be emotionally draining. That's true, but don't stay there. It's too much fun to come from. Yes. I'm not sure why. I think a lot has been processed in my sleep. It's like I'm actively rewriting. Okay. So I have to get rid of the negative and remain in the positive. Like God, we will get closer to God. Right. And it's not even about positive or negative, D4. It's not even about positive or negative. But yes, you'll start to see the evidence of God in your reality. The more you focus on what you want to happen in your life, the more you'll recognize, you'll be aware of the works of God in your life. It's all about becoming aware. Right, neighbor. You are bringing them into your experience. Exactly. Say many thoughts and beliefs at once. Yeah, CC. It's all perspective though, CC, right? So are you seeing it as overwhelming? Is that what's going on, CC? Are you seeing that the things that you've some people would like to say downloaded out? I would prefer the word revealed. Things are being revealed to you. You're becoming more aware of who and what consciousness is and how it is all you. And so does that revelation seem overwhelming? It does, neighbor. It does. It does make us feel silly. It does. It does. Yeah, that's why it's easier just to live happily. Yes. Everyone gets caught up in details when really you have to do is just to live and be. That's it. I am happy to be. If we could let go of the details is what bogs us down, right? The details, because you're not required to know the details. The details are worked out for you. You're only required to see the end goal and then allow the details to be filled in. The details become filled in through the unfoldment, through the experience, through the just letting things happen. That's why you're told to be still. Be still doesn't mean about the activity of the body. It means to still the mind from trying to figure things out. Just be present. Be present in the moment. Be present to what's going on around you. Pay attention. Let the universe, which is you, talk to itself and be aware of what it's saying. So I choose to use my imagination for good now and not evil anymore. That part. That part. Hello, Rhea Empire. What if someone is trying to manifest someone else and you're relying? You're trying to manifest him. There are infinite realities. You both win. I had a wacky dream last because there is no one else in your reality, Rhea. It's only you. And if you see yourself with them, then you're with them. And why do we care what another person is doing? It only matters what you're doing. And so if you're aware of what someone else is doing and that is bothering you, then I say you need to lead with the golden rule. Do unto others, you will have them do unto you. But remember, there's no wrong or right, good or bad in this reality. No positive or negative. You're just supposed to decide what it is that you want and see yourself with it. No one else has a say so other than you say they have a say so. If you want something, then claim that you have it. And just leave everything else up to consciousness to bring it to you. Your higher self. Leave it up to your higher self. That's consciousness to bring it to you. I had a wacky dream too last night. I had a wacky dream where I was in Paris purchasing Givenchy. Is that how you say it? Givenchy? Is that how you pronounce it? And for some reason, they had me filling out my own receipt. And they were like, you have to put the numbers here. And they were giving me all this information. And it was like, it was just seeming like a lot to just purchase this Givenchy. I think I was buying a purse or something. And it was like all of this information I had to fill out. But I was filling out my own receipt. I was like purchasing things ain't supposed to be this difficult. It ain't supposed to be this difficult. It ain't supposed to be this hard. So when I woke up, I was like, that was a lot to go through to purchase an item. Because even the filling out the receipt seemed to be very complicated. It wasn't just as simple as writing a number down. I had to put like these codes and had to figure out this line and that line. It just seemed, it was very funny. I don't know what that dream meant, but that was an interesting dream. What about healing? I prayed for healing and tried every remedy, and doctors say no. And doctors say no reason for my symptoms and continue to lose my hair severely. And people say someone did. So Bright Star, is that what you're accepting? Are you accepting that someone performs a witchcraft on you? Like, really think about that. Like, are you saying that there's a power outside of you that is causing these things to happen to you? Like, before you came into this understanding of consciousness and you being the only power, did you have a belief that there were powers outside of you that could hurt you and harm you? So I dreamt I got uploaded into a digital existence. A digital experience would not be separate. People make that. Yes. I think my awareness has expanded tenfold, and maybe I've been too focused on what to do. Yes. Okay. Yes. That's why. Okay. Yeah. You're too much into the details, and you're still trying to hold on to control, and you have to learn how to let go. You have to surrender. It's your desire to control the outcome and say what has to happen and how it should happen that's exhausting you, because the spirit gives life. It makes you vigilant. It makes you free. It makes you empowered. It makes you strong. It doesn't drain you. Hey, dream woman. Hello. Get so tired of living in the future. Now I just say it's done. I don't care. Exactly. I don't even want to know how it's going to happen. Oh, all right, dream woman. That's it. Say, I surrender. Come out with your hands up. And say, I surrender. Come out with your hands up. Hey, Joe. What's happening? How are you? Grand Rising, Janine. You don't do anything but ask. The how is none of your business. Yes, you let the universe figure it out because it's already figured out. The works are finished. It's already done. That's funny because I had a dream that it told me to let go. Well, there you go. What it say? What the scripture say? In the mouths of two witnesses, every word should be established. There you go. Battle in the mouths of two witnesses. So this is a digital experience, LOL. What does the word digital even mean? Words break down to me absolutely nothing. Right? You gotta yeet the deets, LOL. I just made that up. I know, right? That's it. We just make up. We give meaning to life. Hey, Beyond the Illusion, say, in my kingdom, everyone's role is to make my desire. That part. Everyone is coming in here to make my desire a reality. Play your part accordingly. Play your position accordingly. And that's to be a link in the chain of my good. That's right. Yeah, you play your role right. And if I don't like the role you playing, then what? I got to rewrite that script. You got to rewrite that script. Yeah, like Lisa said, hell yeah. We second that. We second that statement. This is your reality. Everybody should be playing their position, the role you gave them. Oh yeah, I'm here to help you. I'm here. I'm your servant for today. I'm your servant for life. I'm your servant for 6 months, 2 years, whatever, right? There are people that's going to come into your world and it's going to be mind blowing, the things that they're going to offer to do. And it's not going to cost you a thing. And that's going to be like mind blowing. Your businesses are just going to the clients are just going to come and you're going to be like, oh my goodness. They're like, yes, this person told me about you and this person told me. And then I was referred by this person and that person. Like, yeah, and I saw you over here and I saw you over there and oh my goodness. And and you're just going to be at the right place at the right time all the time. You're going to be at the right place at the right time all of the time. Where things are just, the path is, as Abraham Hicks would say, lighting up for you. The path is just lighting up for you. Things are just happening and happening and happening and happening. And it's just like, oh, so beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful. Say, no silly questions. It's normal to feel fear when doing new things, even if you're living in the end, still have. But the only reason you would have fear is because you're still holding on to the how. So yes, if you still haven't fully let go of the how, the fear is still going to be present. There's no fear when you have completely surrendered to, I know this thing is a thing. I know this thing is because there's a difference between fear and nervousness. Like some people get nervous, especially some people get stage fright, right? Like they know they have rehearsed the lines. They have, rehearsed the music, the arrangement. They've sung the song umpteen times. Sometimes they would get nervous, but they're not afraid. They just get the little jitters. And then once they say their first line or they sing their first note, and then all is well, they just off and running doing a thing. Like people that, you know, in basketball tournaments, like if it's a big, like if you're in the Final Four, or if you're in the championship round, you know, or you're playing the Super Bowl, like you've never played the Super Bowl before, but you know that, you know, you were the one of two teams that were the best team in the league, and you made it this far, but you don't know what, you know, you're hoping that you win, but you don't know, and you're just there for the thrill of the game, and you're there to be a part of the whole experience, and it's the bright lights stuff. So yeah, you may get a little nervousness, but maybe after you had that first hit, or maybe you get your first catch, or you throw that first throw, you know, and then, but some people never get over the nervousness. Some people, that the moment is too big for them, and that's what you don't want to be. You never want the moment to be bigger than you, because when you make the moment bigger than you, then you don't have a great experience. Then the experience ends up being like, you know, now you down on yourself. Now you're like, man, I should have did this, man. If I had just been in the moment, if I could have just like let go and just been present and just been mindful. And then, you know, regardless if you won or lost, it was still a great experience because you happened to be in the moment, because you enjoyed the moment. That's what it comes. You got to be willing to be present and enjoy the moment. People at my job are always doing work for me before. Yes. And I ask them to leave me something to do. Okay. So they're making it real easy for you, huh, Elizabeth? They're making it real easy. So in a dream, I get unloaded so I could experience as a God, and was too worried about is my body. Yep. So Ava said, I received that. Yep. Yeah, everything's going to be okay. Yep. Hey, Red Mama. So I saw a beautiful 3-bedroom house for rent on the beach. It reminded me of my dreams. Oh, now life needs to give it up. So it's already done. It's already done. You got to allow it to happen now, Red Mama Yeti. You just got to allow it to happen. Yep, I just surrendered. And I'm bringing my inner me to the outer me. I'm cute. Yes. Hey, yes, Janine. It does. I walk around with a grin on my face because I know my life experiences are for me only. Yes. Yep. Fear is faith in the opposite story, opposing story. Keep persisting. Yep. Fear and faith are exactly the same. Two sides of the same coin. Hello, created by Fee. How are you? Welcome. So I probably like I'm up to something to others. No, just look like somebody who's happy. Someone who's happy. You said you can't tell the difference. Hey, peace and blessings. Sunflower, peace and blessings. Sometimes it seems like you must figure it out how, especially when you have children, immediate needs. I guess I raised 3 children, so I don't know. What do you mean by that, discovering joy? And I'm helped raising actually 4, and it has helped raise a 4th one. So what do you mean by that? I'm more than happy. I'm joyful, right? Joyful. Joy. It's all here for you. Isn't that what Abraham Hicks? Joy is the key. Joy is the key. Joy is the key. It's more than joy. It's love. Love is the key. Love is the key. Loving life allows you to express the joys of life, to experience the joys of life. Oh, thank you, Janine. I'm curious, did someone do? Oh yes, Dream Woman. We got a lot of success stories. Actually, I manifested my $100 on live. What's the date? Thursday, because I didn't come on live yesterday. On Tuesday, someone was manifesting $1,000 and they received $2,000. Gigi said she manifested hers in 7 minutes. Gigi. She said she was still going to do it. So I told her to drop hers in the comments. She said she couldn't find a video, so I had to send a video to her. Yeah, we had several manifestation stories. Someone manifested $500. All love manifested like $17,000. And we still got more coming through. We still got more coming through. Coming through. Count it all joy, and yes, all is love. Yes, count it all joy when you fall into many experiences. That's all diverse temptations means. When you catch yourself in many different experiences, count it all joy. Say in the state of accepting, I don't need to do anything I don't want to do, and everything I want needs me. Yes. Well, some people didn't have to go to sleep. Some people, like I think it was Lyric, the very first day she said she was watching my video, and she was selling something on Facebook Market, and as she was repeating what I was saying on the video, she got a message from Facebook Market, and she ended up selling something on Facebook Market. And All Love said that she received an email from her school that she had received $5,000. I forgot what she said it was for. Something about excellence, student excellence or something like that. And then she said the next day her school told her that they owed her $12,000. And so, yeah. That's right. Yep. El Glaze manifested, on Tuesday, $199 software. Yep. Oh, and you got a $100 gift. All right, let's go. Come through. Wow. Yes. Wow. That is beautiful. Yep, because life is working for me, not against me. Yes. And then someone hired my husband to make a mobile bar for their they do event rental for their event rental company. And so we always split whatever projects he get for the woodwork. So I'll get half of that. They put the deposit down on Tuesday night. They gave us the deposit. No, they sent the deposit yesterday. They sent the deposit on yesterday. So yes. Hello. Purpose Penthouse. How you doing, Keisha? Say reach yours up above. Wait, did you say something else? Because life is working for me, not against me. Yes. That's right. Say my $25,000 still coming, but the groceries my daughter got me yesterday and credit on my electric bill was more than $100. Yes. Wow! Holy. Wow! That's right. And now it's trying to be modest while I was shopping. My daughter said, "Mama, get whatever you want." I know that's right. Get what you want, Mama. Get whatever you want. I know that's right. So I manifest the house even after being rolled. Oh, wow. All right, yeah. That comment was filtered. Wow. Oh, that is awesome. Wow. All right, Elizabeth. Here we go. Yes, awesome. So, Ed, right. TikTok be on it, boy. I know, right? See, I don't know where that credit came from, but I'll take it. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll take it. Bring it on. Yes. Oh, and then Starseed also said that she manifested hers too, as well. Yes, we had, El Glaze, Starseed, yeah. Yep. Still more to come. Because even though you're doing the experiment for 7 days, the money can come whenever, right? It always comes when you least expect it, when you're not thinking about it, when you just living your life happily. When you just living your life happily and loving life, being free and enjoying life, that's when it shows up. Yep. Always on time. Yes, awesome. So many up leveling. That's it. Yep. When you're deciding to focus your mind on life just being great for you. Just focus your mind on life just being great for you, right? And yes, you're going to experience some things you didn't even ask for. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has it entered the hearts of man, the things that God has in store for them that love him and walk upright before him. Those who are thinking right about life. Those who see life for what it is. That it just is. Life is. God is. Life is meant to be experienced. And when consciousness awakes within you, that's your time to create the heaven. Now that's the time to allow heaven to appear. Now that you have awakened, now the consciousness has awakened within you. And now it's time to just align yourself, for lack of a better word, right? To be in cooperation with, right? Cooperate with God and just learn how to be. You got to practice being still. You got to practice giving no thought to the how. Practice giving no thought to the how. So I felt a different connection with loved ones after remembering this truth. A different connection. I know my relationship with my children is definitely the better, and my husband. Our relationships I'm really, really close, especially to my daughters. Extended family, I have extended family that's really into, Christianity. So, they kind of give, the side eye, like, I mean, they don't really say nothing to me. I hear this through my children, like, I know my sister, she's like, oh, but your mom, she don't believe in God. She don't believe in Jesus. And she tried to figure out like what my children believe, or like my son was occasionally go to church with her. And, you know, you all met Maya. Maya still talks about Jesus and God. And so she's like, well, you know, she look at it like, because my children still resonate with the church perspective. She thinks, you know, I'm the one that's wrong and she's the one that's right. So she tries to ask my oldest daughter, like, what do you believe? Like, no, but what do you believe? Do you believe in God? Do you believe in Jesus? You know, and how do you pray? And trying to question her, trying to see if, you know, cause I know your mama, she don't believe, you know. I'm like, it's funny. Right. Always on time in my Ashanti voice. Yes, Sunflower, yes. I know that song, but I can't get the melody in my head right now. Cause you know, if I could get the melody, I would be singing it. I would be singing it. Yeah, cause is that the song she do with Ja Rule? I think. I can't catch it. But you know, if I get it, I'ma sing it. Hello, Taquaisha. I don't know why, because I like Taquaisha, but it's Taquaisha, right? How are you? Earlier I realized when I said I am in a program, there I was, and I understood it. I just have to be in cooperation with. Yep, that's it. Hey, Radiant Speaks. Blessings all. Yes, yep. Yeah. So I can concur, Queen. I have some beautiful experiences in this season within my, yes, absolutely. Yeah, she does it with Ja Rule, yeah. You were just thinking of that song too. Yep. Yep. It does. Yeah. But it's okay, because not everybody is going to be on the same timeline as you. You know, you let everybody be what they want to be and just see them thriving and flourishing, and, you know. Because the thing is, most people that's in, you know, that still have the religious mindset, like, we're all saying the same thing. The only difference is that they think they have to be found worthy in order to receive, and they still see the power as separate from them. But we're all asking for life to be good for us, right? Everybody's all asking that life just be good. I'll be good to you because I love you. Yeah, right? So everybody's asking for life to be good for them. And everybody just has a different way of perceiving how that life, a good life, will be bestowed upon them. So some people think that there's a God separate from them deciding who gets blessed and who doesn't get blessed, right? And then we're saying, well, you know what? We realize that you're either blessing yourself or you're the one cursing yourself. There's really nothing outside of you doing this to you. It's really you. And so when you're in that mindset, right, that makes you think that there's something greater than you outside of you pulling the strings. Because for so long, that was happening, right? Before you awaken to the truth, someone else was pulling the strings. Someone else was determining, how you thought, how you felt, what you couldn't have, what you couldn't do, right? Someone else was thinking for you, right? It was your parents. It was your significant other. It was, it was your pastor or ministers or clergymen or whatever title you gave them, right? Your religious leaders. They were telling you how to think and how to feel and what was possible and what wasn't possible. Because accountability is like the last stage before, that's what goes with enlightenment, being accountable. And some people aren't ready for that accountability. Yep. Hello, Saint. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, hey, hey. So I wanted some specific books for something I'm doing now and got them for free. Yes, I wanted a certain job at one of my favorite film companies and I got it. Let's go. Let's go. Wow. Yes. Wow. Say, let them show you who they are. You're not here to change anybody but you. Yep, know that you already are. Yep. When I said what Keisha, you was floored. What was you floored about? Yep, I used to think that way. I almost feel like I couldn't give blessings, but everyone else could. Not true. Yep. Yeah. So that's the only difference between, especially those that still are of the Christian mindset. Like, I really can't speak to like the teachings of Islam and Judaism because I absolutely have no idea what they teach. I am not, aware of their, beliefs. I know a little bit about what they say based on, what I've heard or what I've saw, because you also have the Islam and then you have Nation of Islam, right? So here in America, you got the Nation of Islam was, started. And then you have the Islamic beliefs that differ somewhat from that mindset, right? And then, of course, Christianity has as many different denominations as well. They don't all think on the same way either. Because it is amazing when you think about all the religions, right? They all say that they have the truth. And they do have the truth. They have their truth. I don't know if it's the truth, but it's their truth. And since it's their truth, they're going to experience their truth, right? Yep. Any God outside of you is an idol. Any God. It's really not about trying to prove somebody wrong. It's trying to bring truth to light, right? Because all truth dispels error. So it's not about saying, well, you're right, you're wrong, you're good, and you're bad, or you're evil, or you're this, you're that. It's really about the truth. And the truth is your thoughts are creating your reality. That's the truth. That the world is mental and everything is happening as a result of your thoughts. Oh, you say I was like, ooh. So I'm a Muslim, but I use word philosophy like Allah equals all law, the universal laws, kind of. Okay, yes, all is mental. Okay. Okay, Saint, thank you. Yeah, so I don't try to speak to anything. I don't try to. I do not speak to things I absolutely don't really know anything about. I'm not going to say, well, Muslims, I don't know what Islam teach. I'm not even going to pretend that I do. I just know, what everybody else know, the general that, the Abrahamic is an Abrahamic faith, that Abraham is the father of, Islam, just like the father of Judaism and the father of Christianity. I know you all shared, people see that as the same, aspect, that he's the father of those teachings. Hey, Amanda, hey. Old Father Abraham. As they say, Father Abraham has many sons. Has many sons does Father Abraham. And I am one of them. And so are you. And let's just praise the Lord. Right arm, left arm. That's funny because they talk about the body when they talk about Father Abraham, which is really they're doing Allah, right? If you ever think about arm, leg, arm, head, when you think about that song. But when you come to realize that yep. Oh. But now you understand that it's your words that are causative. It is your thoughts. Yep, just messengers. Just messengers. That's it. We're actually all messengers of truth. We're all speaking our own truth into existence, right? Because an angle of light is the messenger of God, right? The messenger of truth, right? The angel is told to be speaking the thoughts of God, where Satan will represent the opposite. The thoughts. So God, good. Satan, bad, evil. Those are your thoughts. And guess who's deciding that a thought is good and that a thought is evil? You are. You're the only one judging that a thought you're having is a right thought or a good thought. Consciousness isn't judging that. Consciousness doesn't say, ooh, you shouldn't be thinking that thought. You better stop it. No, consciousness said, that's what you're thinking. That's what I'm going to give you. That's the consciousness say, oh, you believe that? That's why when I hear, so just, because sometimes you just have to just think about the world that you see, right? And you see that people are getting their desires just because they believe in them and for no other reason. But you'll have people come around and tell you, well, the only way you can get money is that you have to give money. And then you think about it, it was like, well, that's not true. I know people who've gotten money and they never gave nobody nothing. I know people that have, or that you have to be a service to people in order to get money or to flourish in this world. And you're like, hold up. I know that isn't true, because there are people that are very wealthy and they served a doggone body nothing, ain't did a service to nothing. They went around here and took. And you know why they were able to do it? Because they believed that they could. And so they did. See, we still try to operate from the mindset of a wrong or right, good or bad, or that you get something because you're good. You don't get anything because you're good. You get it because you believe you can have it. And for no other reason. Because what we fail to realize is that everyone is God. Everyone. Even all those politicians you don't like, even all these so-called criminals that we talk about, they're God too. They're not God. Now maybe they may not have awoken to who they are and what they are. But the law is universal and it's no respect of persons. And so that's what you have to understand. The law is no respect of persons. And as long as a person believes in a thing, he can create it. That's all that's required, is that you believe in it. And since you believe it, it can be created. Yep, no, it's what you exactly. Hey, prosper us. Welcome. So once I realized the common denominator belief, trust, that set me free. It's not about religion. People from many different religions or non-religious get answered prayers. So it's not about Allah, Buddha, nope, or Jesus. It's about, yep, that's it. That's why good things happen to bad people. They don't think that they're doing, yep, what they're doing is bad. Because there isn't, the good or bad only is in the mind of man. It's only in the mind of man. Universal law does not judge. And scripture tells you that the Father judges no man. He left judgment to the Son. We are the sons of God. Our individualized perspective is the judgment, is that which judges. Our individualized perspective is what judges. Oh, April, I was thinking that, and I was thinking that today, April. That's funny, because I'm just like, it's almost baffling to the mind how much they want to give this power to another entity. It's like either God is all powerful or he not. Like either God is all powerful or he not. Like which one is it? Does he hold all power or does he not hold all power? Because why do you care what the devil is doing if God hold all power? Like that part. But I used to be there too. I was there too. I held that same mindset. But now when you step back away from it and you just like, wait a minute. So we were basically making another God. We had two gods, right? We had two gods. Because we had God that created all things, and then we had God of this world, the ruler of this world, and then the God of this world could do whatever he wanted to do to you, and the God, creator God, just sat back and said, yeah, my people, they ain't doing what I told them to do, so yeah, get them, Satan, get them. That's right. Do what you want. Have your way. Because yeah, they not honoring these 10 commandments. So go on and do what you gonna do. Yeah. Oh yeah, they didn't accept my son Jesus. Have your way. Do what you gonna do. Yep. It's okay. I don't even care. Yeah. Yeah. I'll let them cry. Some of them I'll answer, and the other ones, I don't know. I don't even hear them. They don't even exist to me because I don't even know. Like, but Satan, good job. Do what you want to do. Yeah. It's just like, so I'm going to serve a God. I'm going to accept his son as my savior. But the devil still gets to do what he want to do to me. Like what? So I'm honoring your commandments. Thank you, Bell the Goddess. I'm doing what you tell me to do. Thank you. But the devil still can come and just do what he want to do, even though I've accepted your son as my savior. And then you have to ask yourself, like, if the crucifixion was to take away the sins of the world, why is it required that I believe that he was crucified? Like, why is that a thing? If that was all that was needed to take away the sins of the world, then my believing or not believing shouldn't have anything to do with it. Like, if you did this for the whole world, thank you. If you did it for the whole world, why is it conditioned that I believe that you did it? Me believing that you did it shouldn't mean anything. Right. Why is there still sin? Exactly. Sin should have been wiped away. Sin. Really, he been coming soon for the past 2,000 years. And he's already come. The Christ has already come. The Christ is here in the earth now. I know, right? He's coming soon, so. Ooh, and you think about all the atrocities that has happened on this plane, and that still ain't moved him off his throne. Like, what is it going to move this man off his throne? What is it going to take? What atrocity must happen to get him to come on? Be like, okay, this is the cherry on top. This is the straw that broke the camel's back. Now, like, all the other stuff wasn't. All the other stuff that's happened throughout human history, that ain't move you. I don't know what is gonna move you. Right. I think they just like hearing themselves and getting an applause afterwards. Right. They say he coming soon. I say it never left. Right. Say that, saint. They say he coming soon. I say he never left. We are it. Clock that T. Nothing they say even makes sense. They contradict themselves every chance and don't even realize it. Don't even realize the contradiction. Oh my goodness. But I used to be one of them, so I get it. Because man, those blinders, you talking about being blind to the truth, being blind to just rational and logical thinking. It's just like you have to suspend logic in order to accept that. And so people think that suspending logic is the same thing as having faith. I don't see them as the same. I don't see suspending, because faith is only required for things you cannot see. It's not required for things that are easily proven, things that you can see with the physical eye. You don't need faith for that. Faith isn't required for things that you can see, touch, smell, taste. You don't need faith for that. You need faith for the things you cannot see. And still know, even though you can't see it, it shall make an appearance. That even though it's not seen physically now, it shall be. Yep, the universal energy can't leave. LOL, it's in the existence of everything. Say that, saint. Say that. Critical thinking is all it takes sometimes. Yep, right. What's he waiting for? He's coming. All right, right. Right, enter definition of soon. Right here, right. Well, they like to take Peter, that 1 Peter, 2 Peter, where God is not slothful concerning his promise as men count slothfulness or slowness. Because a day to God is, what is it? A day is like 1,000 years. 1,000 years is like a day unto God. But it's not talking about Jesus's return, even though they will use that scripture to back them up about God's slowness. But he's talking about bringing your reality into your experience, that it ain't slow as men count slowness. Why? Because there is no time in consciousness. You got to understand that the Bible is what? Psychological. It's about how to bring your thoughts and make them visible. And they're made visible through your faith in it. Just like you said, I was there. Yes, yes. Hello, Tammy. Tammy, I'm me. Yep, say me too. Yep, Jakari. Yep. Call things into existence as though they were, or something like that. Right. Right, Elizabeth. Yeah, and even though it's not seen, it is. That part. We should have manifested physical appearance by now after all these years, right? Yeah, we should have manifested his physical appearance. I know, right? Oh, you're back. What's up, God? What's up, God? Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. This gives me how they take the Bible literal, but they only take the parts they want. That, yeah. Right. Only if it benefits. I didn't get into their I don't know what technique they use, Dream Woman. I don't know what the technique everyone used. Some people didn't give great detail about it. They just told me what they manifested. So I won't be able to speak to that. I just know that's what I did. I did it and I forgot about it. I not forgot about it. I dropped it. I wasn't wondering how it was going to manifest. I wasn't trying to figure out, I wonder if this is going to happen. Because there's no way I would have thought that somebody would come in live and get in cash at me $100. And that's what happened, Dream Woman. Someone came into the live and cashed at me. And that's the most anyone has ever given me on my live. $100. So, because you just don't know how it's going to happen. What time, the day, the hour. I mean, you can say what day. You can absolutely say, I'm going to manifest this on this specific day. You actually can say that, and you can actually, and to the extent that you believe it, it will happen. I remember I was watching Timothy Schultz YouTube, and there was a lady that was on there. She had manifested winning the lottery years ago, though. She's grown now, but she was a teenager at the time. And she said she was turning like 16, and she thought she would get a car, and then come to find out her family was unable to afford the car. And so she had decided that she would win the lottery, and that she was going to use and that was going to be her birthday present. And she was telling she lived in a small town, and she was telling everybody that she's winning the lottery, and she's winning the lottery on her birthday. And she actually won the lottery on her birthday. She won millions of dollars on her birthday. And you can go to his channel to find that video. Right. Say her mom and her med. Right. They did it together. Right. Yep. So you most certainly can say what day that's a thing that you can manifest something. Because you're God. Right. It's just that we don't always know all of the details, right? Because I think when they were filling out the their the slips or whatever, picking their numbers or whatever, they weren't like, these are going to be the numbers. Because sometimes you know some of the information, right? But you never know all of the information, right? Like some people know these are going to be the numbers that win, but they don't know what day. Or this is the amount I'm going to win, but they don't know in what numbers it's going to be or what day it's going to have. Like, right? We know in part, but we don't know the whole full. We're never shown the full thing. Yep. We never fully know. We can say parts of it. Right? But no one knows exactly step by step by step by step by step. No one knows all of that. Right? If we know the whole story, it wouldn't be an experience. Yep. Because that's what we're here for. We're here for the experience. We're here for the experience. Yeah, I always trust that I know what I need to whatever time instead of trying to. Yep. That's the part that we have to let, and then when you let go of, then sometimes you are told in a dream or in a vision. Sometimes you are told, yeah, say, I am content now. Oh, you're welcome, Michael. It's the logistics that we need to drop. Yep. I know Mariah was saying she was taking a break because she was saying that she felt it was like really helping her. She was taking a break. So she did forewarn us that she may not come back to, TikTok. And Kevin, I don't know. I haven't seen Kevin in a while. Yep. Everyone will, just not at the same time. Oh, you're welcome, Dream Woman. Yeah, I decided I'm not going to do the sharing my lives anymore. You can come up and you can talk, but I'm not going to have like set schedules like, oh, this person will be on here and this person will be on there. I'm not going to do that anymore. If you want to come up every once in a while and share and talk, we can do that. But I'm not going to like have set schedules or have saying, okay, this person will be here on this day and this person will be on that day. I'm just going to let everything flow. Just let it flow and let it do what it's going to do, and if, you want to come up and share something, you have something on your heart, you want everyone to know or to hear, I'll allow space for that. But, see, that's too much to manage. Hello, Chloe. How are you? Thank you, Chloe. Thank you. Yeah, because we always down for a good story time. We love success stories over here. So if you ever want to come up and share your success story, we'd love to hear from you. I'm always here for any inspiration, any encouragement, any upliftment. The only thing we don't allow is we don't allow the trauma dumping. We're not gonna allow trauma dumping. This is not the space for that. You can ask your questions in the chat, but no trauma, because I'm not a therapist. So I'm not here to like talk about, well, what had happened was, well, I gotta tell you the whole story. I gotta tell you what happened 10 years ago. We're not doing that no more. No more of that. Because I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a, therapist. I'm just here helping you to realize the truth. That you are all there is. You are more than enough. You are worthy. You are wanted. You are capable of experiencing your heart's desire. And we're just all here to help one another to receive that knowing. Uplifting price. Someone say, right, I seen you uncomfortable last time. Right, say, don't shift our frequency in here. So I know I have it in my mind. Like, let's say someone needs money, they can know it in mind, but the brain fights sometimes. Like, I need this now, and we don't control the wind. Your belief that you need it, yes, keeps it from you. You have to recognize you already have it. If you're obsessing over like this is an urgency, like this is something, like you're creating the reality of lack, and so that's what you're going to manifest, lack. You're telling yourself you don't have it, and so that's what you bring forth, not having it. You have to train yourself. That's why meditation is key. That's why during your meditation, that's you're talking to yourself, telling yourself that the solution is right there, and I'm going to be aware whenever the solution makes its appearance, and I won't miss it. I trust it. I know that the greater part of me knows exactly how and what way to bring my desire to me. And so you got to give full trusting and knowing to that. When we say wait for it, that means know that it's already done. Hey, Kim. So whatever you're desiring during meditation, and anytime you think of it, not because meditation is just not that 10-minute, 20-minute, hour moment you set aside to like close your eyes and shut out the or however you meditate, whatever you do. Every time you talk to yourself, you're meditating. So whenever it comes up, you're reminding yourself, I am well. I am well. I am well. And some people have the gift of visualizing themselves and seeing, now that they're well, what that looks like. So some people can see themselves like climbing up the stairs, swimming, walking, hugging someone telling them, oh my goodness, you look amazing. I never seen you look so, so strong and so, active. And so whatever words they would use, you would put it in their mouth to confirm this is what the end of my desire looks like. So, like, I used to think that I couldn't go natural with my hair. I used to use relaxers, right? And my hair used to shed a lot too because of that. And so then I just started telling myself I have healthy, long, thick hair. Because I always had a thick texture. But it used to shed a lot when I used to use relaxers. And I used to think that I couldn't get my hair straight enough without the relaxer. And now I do. I can get my hair as straight as I want to without using a relaxer. And I would just tell myself that I had, nice, healthy hair, full of hair, and you just find yourself doing things that bring that into a reality. So like those of you desiring health, I know many of you have heard me talk about my daughter, my oldest daughter. She was diagnosed with a neurological disease. It's called myasthenia gravis. You can go Google and find out what that all entails. But generally, it's like I said, it's a neurological disease. Whereas the symptoms was difficulty in breathing, strength and the extremities was very limited, a lazy eye, can't chew and swallow. She actually had surgery when she was about 12 or 13 where they removed her thymus gland because they believed that was the cause of the disease. And although she had removed the thymus gland, she was told that she would be on medication for the rest of her life. That this will be a disease that she will have to manage for the rest of her life. And in her she's 30, she'll be 32 this year. So her early 20s, she was told that not only that, they were diagnosing her with chronic arthritis too. And so we came into this knowledge, and she was like, oh, she recognized her thoughts. Like she went back to childhood and she was like, she recognized she didn't always have the right type of thoughts during childhood. And so she recognized that, oh, it's my thoughts brought on this disease. It's not something I told her. This is something that she accepted, became accountable of. And she said, well, since it was my thoughts that brought on this disease, I can change it through my thoughts. So she would continue to take her medication. But every time she took her medication, she would tell herself, I am healed. I am healed. I am healed. Every time she took them, she would say that. And then she said it took several months, about maybe 4 to 6 months, where she realized she was no longer taking medication. And she has not taken medication in about 7 to 8 years or more. And that's what happened. And she hasn't been to, that means she had 2 specialists. She has not been to see either one of those specialists. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yep, so what's meant for me will find me, yep. So something you said click in me. Like I know we say focus on what we want, but I didn't realize I kept focusing on the problem or trying to solve the problem. Yep. Yep. So 1 second, y'all. I'll be right back. I'm coming back, but I'll be right back, okay? All right, I'm back. So we put in order to our package. Stop checking the Stop checking the tracking stamp, and no, it's already on its way. Yep. So when I see the symptoms, how am I supposed to deal with it? So even though she would see the symptoms sometimes too, right? And she kept telling herself, I am well. I am well. I am well. You just have to continue to say, regardless of what your circumstances are telling you, you have to remain faithful to the new story. You have to remain faithful to your desired outcome. So sometimes some of her symptoms would come forth. Sometimes she would feel weak in her body. Sometimes her eyes would get lazy. Sometimes she would have difficulty chewing. Sometimes she would, but she continued to maintain that I am healed. I am well. I am healed. She continued to say that regardless of what her body was manifesting. Because you got to understand, we live in a world of time. And so because we live in time be slow, you don't get to determine the how or the when. Consciousness does. You're just supposed to remain faithful to it regardless of appearances. That's why scripture says we walk by faith and not by sight. We remain faithful to the unseen reality until the unseen reality shows itself. Thank you so much. I texted someone out of nowhere just now. They called me, said, OMG, I was thinking, where were you? And you, oh, yes. Say, and never text them. Right. Thank you, CC. Say, hey, I did. Hey, did you see my comment about the $100 refund check I received? Oh, no, I didn't. All right, I am, Tracy. Wow. I didn't see it. Wow. Congratulations, I am, Tracy. Wow. The dream woman, you can ask I am Tracy, how did she manifest? Cause Tracy, dream woman wants details on what you did. Like, how did you do this experiment? What did you do? How did you do? She needs the details. Hey, Tina. Oh, thank you, Sunflower. All right. Enjoy that job, Elizabeth. Have fun. I am Tracy said, I did exactly what you said in the video. Yes, thought transmission is crazy. So did you hear that, dream woman? Tracy did the experiment, got a $100 refund check. How was that power over you? How was that power over you other than they were reflecting you? That's not, they didn't make you do anything. Did they? Okay, so you were thinking of them, they were thinking of you, and you reached out to them. So you're saying they made you do something? That's the conclusion you're drawing? That they were thinking of you, you were thinking of them, you reached out, and that made them have power over you? Right, if everyone is you pushed out. Okay, but you're trying to use your conscious reasoning mind. You're trying to use your carnal mind as opposed to the greater part of you. There's only one mind, individualized. There's only one mind. You're still seeing them as separate from you. They're not separate from you. But you're still seeing them as separate from you. They're not separate from you. They're a figment of your imagination. They are you. You're just talking to you. Hey, Lola. I know it seems, because yes, everyone is having their own individualized experience. And we do have what we call the entanglement, right? Everyone is connected to everyone. Everyone is connected to everyone because we are one, just individualized. And so because we are one individualized and you are the only one in your world and you brought them into your world, a version of you, a different aspect of you, a part of your subconscious is talking to itself. It's like consciousness is talking to itself using all of these individualized people, persons, personalities. But it's just consciousness is engaging and interacting with itself. That's all that's happening. Right, to reach out to them, doesn't that mean you were thinking of them? Right, how could you have reached out to them if you weren't thinking of them? Right. Oh, yes, Chrissy T. Love that. My pastor said, if you want to be rich, you must gratefully and humbly admit that you are rich now. Okay, who is this pastor? I like that pastor. What pastor is this? Come on now. Beautifully, a beautiful explanation of oneness. That's it. I want to know this pastor. What else do they teach? What else does your pastor teach, Chrissy T? Your pastor is a consciousness preacher, understands that we're all connected. I know the mind questions everything, and the mind is like, wait a minute. It's like we try to make sense of these things, and it's like, sometimes we just got to stop trying to overanalyze everything and just have the experience. Everything doesn't need to be critiqued or analyzed. Sometimes you just want to have the experience. Oh, okay. Come on. All right, Chrissy T. Come on now. And you said this is a pastor. Okay, well, what pastor is this? I'm loving this pastor. All right, pastor. Come on, pastor. Talk the talk. That sounds like somebody that's spiritually awakened. All right. Hey, Teresa. Good afternoon. This sounds like somebody that is aware that our thoughts create our reality. I like that. What church is this? Because, here's the thing. I would go to church if I could find a church that was teaching the science of mind, that was teaching the law of life, that it's our thoughts that create our reality. It's called Real Life Church. Nice. So there are churches in this plane that's, that is beautiful. How long have you been going to this church, Chrissy T? Real Life Church. All right. I even like the title. I even like the name. Right. You say he sounds like Reverend Ike. Hey, Scoop. Oh, about a year. Nice. That is beautiful. Yes, the only thing with the church, man, only thing is going to a brick and mortar. When you have a brick and mortar, there's a business side. That part, P. Anthony. That business side. But it doesn't have to be tithes and offering. It doesn't have to be tithes, because I remember I told you guys I went to a church that they didn't collect tithes. They only did offerings, and it was only free will offerings. So I do know that people will give, right? People will give if they know that's how they'll be able to come together and congregate and fellowship and do different things and uplift one another and share with one another. So you don't need the tithes, right? Just as everyone has an understanding that the collection plate is only to pay whatever, right? And anything left over, we as a church would decide what to do with it, right? Because sometimes people will give because they've been blessed and they want to bless you, and they've prospered, so they want you to share in their prosperity, right? And so you would have to be like, to be accountable to everybody, and everybody understands where the money is going and why the money is happening, and just for accountability. So the logistics of it. But yeah, I know the tithing wouldn't have to be, but you will put out their offering, but a free will offering, and only as you are led it in your heart to give, right? You would give because it's in your heart, and not because out of obligation, not because out of sacrifice or any other reason other than depending on what it would cost to have the church, so because the church, churches get a lot of them 501c3, is that what it's called, 501c3? They get a lot of write-offs. They don't have a whole lot of bills, probably, other than the electric I don't know how their mortgages go. I'm thinking maybe the mortgages, they don't have to pay any interest on their mortgages type thing. I would, they get a lot of tax write-offs. So, it's a way to do it. Right, because I was about to say, are they taking up tithes and offering? Right. Right. You say pay your tithes. Right. Right. Yep. Yeah, to support their community, right? Yes. Hey, Master Michelle. Hello, Sheila. Yes, yes, Sheila. Absolutely. I concur. Most certainly. It's already done. Do you have to accept? Because that's all believe means, Chris. To accept, the moment you start talking about it was your acceptance. That was your belief. You must remain focused to it. You must remain faithful to it. Your belief was your acceptance. The moment you start saying the affirmation, now you must remain faithful to it. Right, L. Glaze, a tithe as fear-based isn't right. So let's say we have two choices. We choose based on our beliefs and programming. So it's not really free will from what you're picking. So changing unwanted beliefs, I guess, is very important. Right. The whole free will, freedom of choice. Here's the thing. You don't know what you don't know. So you can only choose based off your knowing. Right. It is kind of that discussion is pretty tricky, right? Because are we being acted upon or are we acting? Is something causing us to do it or are we doing it? That's always the question. Is something making us do it or are we doing it out of our own volition? Like how much of us is actually the cause of all of this? What if that's the matrix, right? To make you think that you can do anything. And what if the doing is happening to you? That's a really good discussion because we do say we have to choose, we have to do something, right? And if things are just happening to us, then that wouldn't make us be sovereign beings or have autonomy. That would mean that we're basically a character in a game and someone else is controlling the game. And some people really believe that's what's happening, that we're just characters in the game and there is an Oz type character that is controlling the game and deciding this one will play this character, someone will be the villain, somebody will be the criminal, someone will be the rapist, someone will be the pedophile, someone will be the colonist, someone will be the victim, someone will be the victor, someone will be enslaved, there's this entity that's controlling all of this, and we're just characters in that dream. And then the consciousness that is playing all of these parts is deciding when it will awaken in the character. And then when the consciousness awakes in the character, and then what point do you have choice again? What point do you have choice? Do you have choice while you're asleep or do you have choice when you awake? That's a good question. Those are points to ponder. At what point in this reality do we have choice? Because according to scripture, as long as you're asleep, you really have no choice, right? Because the Christ, when he's on the cross and they're stoning him and crucifying him in the story, right? What does he say to the Father? He says, forgive them, for they do not know what they're doing. And then you have Paul reminding us, I forget what part of scripture he's quoting, where he says, awake, O thou that sleepeth, arise from the dead, and Christ shall give thee light. So is it when you become the awakened mind, then you have choice? Now you recognize you're the thinker, you're the observer, you are the one that's deciding what to think. No, now you're no longer being programmed, because we're told in Romans 12:2, now you got to be transformed. And how are you transformed? Through your thoughts, by renewing of your mind. See, I accept, or I believe, that the sleeper has no choice. It's the awakened mind that has the choice. That's just what I believe. I ain't say you gotta agree with it. That's how it makes sense to me until I'm given a greater revelation. Right now, that's how I see it. Could be wrong. I'm not saying I'm right, but remember, there's no wrong or right. We're all just remembering, and we're getting revelation upon revelation and revelation, and getting more awareness of how this thing goes. Say, Sky Daddy needs cast. Yes, you have to know, not just. He said, fake it till you make it, mess some shit. But what? So tell me what knowing means. What does it mean to know versus what does it mean to believe? Because how do you define believe, Master Michelle, versus how you define know? Break those things down so when you say that, someone knows exactly what you mean. Yep, you have the freedom to choose what you think. Oh, oh, thank you, Dream Woman. Say, our higher consciousness, I think, chose, so therefore we choose it if the frequency matches. Greetings, Starseed. Hello. Who do those evils exist? It's so sad. Why would consciousness want to experience evil? Discovering joy. Yeah. Like with you, your teaching encourages us to give. Oh, thank you, Jakari. That's really deep and profound. Makes sense. Hey, the Yanni Queen. Yeah, the downloads, they call it. Knowing to me is just what you tell yourself. You tell yourself it's bright outside because the sun is out. Say, say, Frank, say, you believe in things you haven't experienced yet. The knowing starts after you experience. So you can only know a thing after you experience. You can't know it. So are you saying a physical experience or a mental experience, Frank? Knowing is the story you tell. You can tell yourself you don't know something, so you don't, right? Because can we know things that are quote unquote not true? Can we know an error? Can we know an error? Can we know something as real even though it's not real to anyone else? Can we know it because we experienced it? Because it's like telling a child about Santa Claus. They know Santa Claus is real till they don't. They know the Easter Bunny is real until they don't. They know the Tooth Fairy is real until they don't. Well, like Hay said, that's the story you're telling. You're telling yourself that it hurts. For example, I know you get on live to talk about the law. If I change that, what you think changes? What you talk. If I change that, what you talk about changes. Yep. Because we want believe to be different from know, when actually they're the same thing. They're not different. Because I believe what you're telling me until I don't. I know something to be true until I don't. I'm either accepting what you're saying until I don't accept it anymore. That's all believe means. I either know a thing until I experience something different, and then I don't know that thing anymore. I know something new. They're both subjective. So, but the thing is that you give meaning to life. You give meaning to life. So, we all accept what other people say without having experienced it. Have you not accepted what someone has said before you experienced it? Because that's all believe means, to accept it. Have you accepted something? We all believe something. We believed everything our parents told us. We accepted their reality until what? We didn't. We knew that our parents were telling us the truth because we trusted them until we didn't. See how you can use those words interchangeably? You knew. You knew it. You just knew. My parents wouldn't lie to me. They wouldn't lie to me. They wouldn't send me off. They told me these things, and you just knew that they were telling you the truth because they loved you and they supported you and they took care of you the whole time. They were just telling you something they were told. Hey, Key. They Neville Goddard said to tell no man, but if you believe your manifestation doesn't matter. Right. When you believe it, he's going by scripture. But if you've read a lot of Neville Goddard's, he eventually gives you two opinions because scripture does. He's giving you, when it says tell no man, he's going off when Mary was told by the angel that she was pregnant with the Christ and didn't know a man, right? Didn't know a man. yet she was pregnant. And Gabriel, the angel, told her, go tell no man but show John, which means don't share this truth with anyone, but show the world. The world, John the Baptist represents the world. But then you got the Christ. You got Jesus come on the scene, right? Now he's doing his ministry. And what did he say? He said, I'm going to tell you before it happened. So when it happens, you too shall believe. So all you have to decide, are you telling people because you know it and it can't, your faith can't be shaken? Or are you telling people trying to get an amen corner, trying to get someone to validate what you're saying? If you're telling people and you don't really believe it, they're going to reflect back to you that you really don't believe it. But if you believe it, and even if they do say, "Oh, that ain't gonna never happen," you be like, "Oh, I'm not telling you try to get you to be in agreement with me. I'm telling you so when it happened, you too shall believe." So you have to decide. Hey, Cackle Tree Dragon. Hey, whenever I feel my resolve waning, I always pray I come across someone oh, yes, that's beautiful. Say, put me in a flat. Authenticity is you saying what you truly believe. It's really determined by you. It's really determined. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter what anyone else says. It only comes down to what you accept, what you say you know. It really doesn't matter with anyone else, how we try to explain it, define it, give, evidence to it. As long as you remain faithful to it, it will become a reality in your world. So it doesn't even matter what words you use to define it, to explain it, to express it. All it matters is what you accept. That's it. How you define it. And that's it. It don't matter what nobody else think. What nobody else think, it shouldn't even care. I told people I would be promoted by B-Day a year ago, and it happened just like I said. Oh, see, there you go. Say it, Key. Say it. Wow! Wow! As they say. There you go. Yep, not just saying what you heard. Oh, okay. A flat is the good preaching chorus in church. Oh, okay. It went over my head, Keisha. I was like, I don't know what you were saying. Thank you for explaining that. I appreciate that. Hey, y'all, wait a minute. Listen to this. My daughter, Maya, many of you have met her. She said, I got a job through my school, mommy, and it came to me. My daughter just texted me that. She said, I got a job through my school, and it came to me. So I'm going to be calling her once I get off this live. She got to give me the tea. I got to get the tea. Get that sweet tea. Gotta get that sweet tea. Give me that sweet tea. Say yes means you preaching better than we shouting. Oh, okay. Yes. my SP came back after I said I didn't want him. Prove me that is what I paid. Oh, let's say that. Say that, Key.
Wow! Wow! Wow!
What we say is not what you say, but what you give your attention to. It's not what you say, but what you give your attention to. All right, Key. Do that thing. Do that thing. Oh, do that thing. Hey. I know, right, Starseed? Oh, so happy for you, Key. So happy for you. That is beautiful. Yes, love it, love it, love it. Yes. Yes. Because Key like, wait, hold up. Neville said that I should tell nobody, and I went around telling everybody, and my manifestation still happened. I know, right? Like, I tell you when, I study Neville, but I don't take him at everything he say. Because I know I don't have to visualize in order to manifest. That was his thing. But he lets you know, even while we were reading the 5 lessons. Oh, don't forget the 5 lessons. We're on lesson 3 today, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I won't be on here too much longer because I will be coming back tonight for the book club, the 5 lessons. But remember, he was talking about visualization. But he told you if you're having difficulty visualizing, that you should say a 3 to 5 word phrase that indicates that you have your desire. And it's just about remaining faithful to that desire, just giving your attention to what it is you want to experience. Too many of us focus on the unwanted, which is why we keep experiencing more of that. All you got to do is give your attention to the wanted. You can call it focus. You can call it intention. You can call it purpose. You can call it thoughtfulness. You can call it mindfulness. You can call it attention. You can, what you talking about. Just give your energy to the thing you want. That's it. This time I'm taking all your advice and thinking on how I desire him to show up. And I believe it. Yes, Key. Yes.
Wow! Wow!
Hey, you do what's going to to lead you to the end of your desire, your desired outcome. That's all that matters. That my husband and I are getting into. So you're arguing with yourself, Miss Cheryl. That's all that's happening. You're arguing with yourself. Why are you arguing with yourself, Miss Cheryl? Why are you arguing with yourself? That's what you have to ask yourself. Why am I arguing with myself? Because what is there to argue about if you have your desire? You're reacting to the circumstances. Why? Because people can't argue by themselves. It takes 2 to argue. So why are you arguing? Why are you reacting? You say you catching up, Saint? Say I may be in a meeting, but I'll try to hop on. Oh, okay, no problem, Lisa. Okay, Janine, cool. Oh, thank you, Jakari. Thank you. Hey, Brianna J. Started doing the 18-minute timer. And the more I say my affirmations, the more I have random. Oh, nice. Okay. Right, El Glaze say, I love that. I'm arguing with myself. Hey, Sport. 40. So after my last 2 months of challenges, my new motto is, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yes, in all things, give thanks. Things will work out for you, but you got to learn to surrender. Surrender to the experience. Oh, okay. Okay, you got the book the other night? Okay. Yeah, you don't even have to read the first two, you can read those later, because it's not like it's him giving a lecture, right? It's a 5-night lecture, and each night he has a different topic, and each night he's giving you new scriptures that he's going to give you understanding of. Hello, thank you, Key. Thank you so much. Thank you, Key. Yeah, it's your focus. That's it. That's all it is. It's your focus. Oh, okay. I've been on here 2 hours and 40 minutes. All right, y'all. I'll be back at 6 o'clock. So I'll be back. We'll be back for the book club. Hopefully, we're able to have a good attendance so we could talk about this, because I don't want it to be like my regular lives. We need class participation. This is an open discussion on Neville Goddard's 5 lessons. We're on lesson 3. I believe A-Town said he wanted to talk a little bit more on lesson 2. So we may discuss a little bit more on lesson 2, but we'll lesson 2 into lesson 3. And so it should be a good discussion, good thing. Thank you so much. Thank you, Key. Oh, you're welcome. Say I started reading 3rd today. Then after, oh, okay, cool. Oh, all right, Keisha. Congratulations. Wow. Out a ring. Let's go. Wow. Thank you so much. Okay, yes, Jadine said participating, yes. I know, right? So I know, see you in class. Oh, it's tonight at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah. So and he said when we met, he didn't want to get married. So that's the clock that. All right.
Wow!
He wasn't until he was. He wasn't until he was. That is beautiful. So happy for you, Keisha. So happy for you. Oh, that's amazing. So happy for you. Oh, that is beautiful. But all right, guys, I'll see you guys later tonight. Bye-bye.